$12.47. That is your balance, not your savings. Your balance. You check it at 11:43 p.m. Lying on a mattress you bought second-hand from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. The room is quiet, except for the sound of a cheap fan spinning slowly in the corner. You check your bank account again at 11:40 p.m. Still $1,247. And somehow the number feels smaller the second time you look at it. Because rent is coming. Your car has been making strange noises lately. And your credit card payment is already late. You tell yourself everything is fine. But deep down you know one bad week could destroy everything. And the craziest part is millions of Americans are living this exact life right now. Not broke enough to stop surviving, but not stable enough to finally breathe. So every morning you wake up exhausted. Not physically, financially exhausted. You go to work, smile at people, reply to emails. Pretend to care, while secretly calculating how many hours of your life it takes to afford groceries. Then one night you see somebody online talking about wealth, freedom. Investing. Millionaires. Normally you would scroll past it, but this time feels different. Because for the first time you realize nobody is coming to save you. Not your job. Not the government. Not luck. If your life changes, you will have to become the reason. So slowly you begin changing. You stop buying random things. You start watching financial videos late at night. You learn about investing. Debt. Assets. Money. At first it feels pointless because the numbers are tiny. You invest $50. Then $100. And honestly, it feels stupid. Until one day something strange happens. You stop thinking like a broke person. And that is the real beginning of wealth. Not money. Mindset. Because poor thinking traps people long before lack of money does. Now suddenly you start noticing things other people ignore. Why wealthy people own assets. Why debt keeps people mentally exhausted. Why schools teach people how to work but never teach them how to own. And slowly your entire life starts shifting. A better job. A side hustle. Extra income. Then one day your bank account crosses $10,000. And for the first time in years you sleep peacefully. Not because you are rich, but because emergencies no longer feel like disasters. And that is where the real game begins. Years pass. You eventually reach $100,000. And something unexpected happens. People start respecting you differently. The same people who ignored your ideas before now ask for your advice. Funny how the world changes when your bank account changes. But deep down you still remember the mattress, the late night anxiety, the feeling of checking your balance twice hoping the number somehow changed. And maybe that memory becomes your greatest advantage. Because people who have suffered financially never forget what instability feels like. Now imagine another jump. $1 million. The dream number. The number people spend their entire lives chasing. And when you finally reach it you realize something shocking. Money reduces problems, but it does not eliminate fear. It only changes the kind of fear you have. Now you fear bad investments, wrong partnerships, market crashes, losing everything you built. Because building wealth is difficult, but protecting it is even harder. And this is where your personality begins to change. You stop caring about flashy things, luxury cars, designer brands, showing off online. It all starts feeling empty. Now you chase peace, free time. Quiet mornings. A stress-free life. Because after a certain point, the real flex is not owning a Ferrari. The real flex is waking up on Monday morning without anxiety in your chest. Then comes $5 million. And life becomes quieter, not louder. You disappear from social media more often. You stop trying to impress people. Because truly wealthy people value privacy more than attention. Now you buy time. Convenience. Freedom. You realize the most expensive thing in the world is time. And the person who controls their time is the person who is truly rich. Then comes $10 million. And now the game completely changes. Your investments alone generate more money every year than most people will earn in their lifetime. Your network becomes powerful. One meeting. One introduction. One decision. Can create millions overnight. But something dangerous also starts growing here. Ego. Many people at this level begin believing they are untouchable. And history has shown again and again that the moment people feel invincible, their downfall is usually close. Then comes $15 million. At this point, you are no longer just wealthy. You operate like a system. Lawyers. Financial advisors. Tax strategists. Investment teams. Everything becomes structured around protecting wealth. But the most interesting part is this. People at this level are usually bored of luxury. Now they want legacy. Impact. Purpose. Because eventually more money stops creating more happiness. And then $100 million. Now you are not just rich. You are influential. Your decisions affect businesses, communities. Sometimes entire industries. But ironically, the higher people climb, the harder trust becomes. Because you never fully know who truly cares about you and who only cares about your money. And maybe that is the loneliest part of wealth. Because in the end, money solves financial problems. But it does not completely solve human emotions. Fear. Stress. Regret. Loneliness. Those things exist at every level. They simply change shape. And maybe that is the biggest lesson of all. Real wealth was never just about money. Real wealth is control. Control over your mornings. Control over your time. Control over your life. And the people who finally gain that control are the people who are truly successful.